Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet?
I love people as I meet them one by one. People are just wonderful as individuals. You see the whole...
My great aspiration, my greatest ambition is to be so good. Now, in that way, I'm tiresome, as I suppose, to live with, because I want to be a fantastic human being.
I am the greatest.
We're not disputing that, Cassius, but how does Sonny Liston feel about it?
He can't feel but one way, and let's take everything I say and like it. Because February the 25th, I'm going to take back my job. I'm the champ. He's no champ. He's a tramp. When you see men fall, don't laugh. Learn. Learn. Because you're on your way up. And the things that tempt people to fall, you and I are not free from that temptation.
Yo, what up?
Don DeMarco.
What's good? How's everybody feeling, man? Peace, blessings, glory, praise, and honor to the Most High. We are here Friday night. You know the energy. You see the title. We gotta talk. But before we do that, I got to give a shout out first to Sydney, my other poets, my writers. You know who you are. Much love, respect. Appreciate all that you do. I appreciate y'all hanging out, spending time with your boy on this side of the internet. We're growing slowly but surely. Tonight is going to be a touchy one for some people. But if you're an adult, you shouldn't really be too triggered. But I don't expect much. I got 2 clips I'm going to play. Well, 3. 2 things I want to address. I'm going to bring Sydney up, and we're going to get the show started. Like, share, repost. Let the people know that we are on. Grab you something to drink. Get comfortable. And if you have any input, leave a comment below. Sid, what's up?
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. What's the word?
Not too much. Just my kid fell asleep and my other kid is downstairs, so I'm enjoying the quiet for once. We went to the pool again today, even though neither of them wanted to actually get in the pool. They just wanted to run around the pool. But other than that, it's been a pretty chill Friday.
That's what's up. All right. This is what we at. The first thing on the agenda. I got a clip I'm gonna play. It's gonna pretty much explain the backlash, the anger, the resentment. Kelly Price, she has some choice words for Black women specifically, and it rubbed people the wrong way. Like literally rubbed people the wrong way. Read the comment section. You already know what I'm talking about. Nobody is too thrilled about it. Clarissa Shields, she follows up and she has a response to everything that's been said. So what I'm gonna do,
What? People are offended? What? That's so shocking.
yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run both clips and we'll go from there. The other clip I got, I'm gonna hold off on that one until the later portion. Let me bring this up on the big screen though. I'm gonna let it run all the way through. This is matter of fact, should I start with her first? No, I think I'm gonna start with Clarissa first and then I'm gonna go to her. Yeah, let me do that. Should I? No, I think I'm gonna start here. I'm already right here. Fuck it. Hold on. Big screen, big screen.
Say this. So I do my best not to try and fall into the trap of social media because I do realize that there are a lot of people that grow an extra set of testicles, and I'm talking about females too, when they are behind their keyboards and they are on their phones. And a lot of the times they do it because they know they're never actually going to have an opportunity to stand in the face of the person and say what they say under a post to their face. I do not expect that I'm going to be everybody's favorite, whether it's what I look like, what I sound like, what my clothes are, or any of those things. The one thing you will never catch me doing is going to someone else's social media page and talking in a disparaging way about them, disrespecting them to the utmost. Number one, for the men that do it, you a bitch. And I will ask God to forgive me for this after this. But any man that feels that he has the right to disrespect a woman that has never done anything to them because they want to feel whatever and they realize that they will never have to say what they say under a picture or a video of me, something that is nasty and hurtful, and you want to put it there, you do that because you're a bitch. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Before I was saved, I was a Black girl born and raised on the south side of Jamaica. So let's make that abundantly clear. Okay? That's number one. Number two, to you women activists out here, you DEI hires who can ready to lose your job if you haven't lost it already, because guess what? I haven't lost mine. And I'm not going to lose it. Because while you fighting up for somebody in another culture to get your job, God gave me my voice. And yes, I'm letting you have it right now because ain't nothing you can do about that. And while you looking for a new job, I'm still going to be selling out theaters and venues looking like a fat slob in clothes that you said that I look nasty in. And my feet are so damn big. And who dressed me? I'm still going to be making my money. I don't even do this. But I'm so sick of Black people and their bullshit. I'm saying what I want to say. If you got a problem with what I'm saying, and you know, Lord, pray for me. Because I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. Okay? I'm not there yet. Black women, you are some of the most nasty, disrespectful people on God's planet Earth. The things that you say about other Black women, but you're an activist, and you are educated, and you are this, and you are that, and you are the other. Find yourself, because a degree does not give you class. Find yourself, because a degree ain't gonna get your stupid ass into heaven. Find yourself, because being a keyboard thug on social media ain't gonna do nothing but get your ass whipped when somebody walk up on you that don't know, that you don't even know is watching you. I said what I said. I said what I said. I would never disrespect somebody. Social media and digital media literally is the electronic equivalent to someone's home. The things that you do when you go to somebody's page and say something that's nasty and hurtful and disrespectful is the equivalent of somebody ringing somebody's doorbell, coming in their house and trying to tell them how they should run their household. It's very simple. If you don't like how I sound, unfollow. If you think that my clothes look horrible, unfollow. In real life, I'm looking at you nasty hoes, and I said what I said. You with your degrees and all that, I'm looking at you stupid hoes online, talking about other Black women that have never done anything to you, and you are disgusting. I don't understand how you as a queen who is educated, and you want to be somebody's role model, and these are the things that you do. the community and for families and for children that nobody will ever know about, because I don't need a press release behind it. And if the best that you can do to try to come against me is to talk about the way my stomach looks in my outfit, is to talk about how big my feet look in my shoes, is to talk about how unstylish you think I am, go for it. Go for it. I don't need to disrespect you. I don't need to disrespect you. What I'm encouraging you to do is unfollow me. Do yourself a favor and unfollow me, because you are putting yourself in a very dangerous position by attacking me and dragging me on social media when I've done nothing to anyone. Period. And I'm speaking to black women because what I literally just saw was a bunch of black women and black men underneath a photo from this weekend and a clip from my performance this weekend. The crazy thing is, it's a concert. You didn't say I sounded horrible. You said my feet look like boats in my shoes. You said my clothes look disgusting. You said I've never had any style. That's what you said about me. That's your personal opinion. Because when somebody looks at you, whether you know them or not, they're looking at you and they think you look like a gorilla. They think you look like a mud duck. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. If you don't like what I look like, get the hell off my page. I'll say this. So I do my best not to.
That's clip number 1. Let me go to clip number 2 from Clarissa Shields. And then we will get into the meat and potatoes. Shout out the chef.
Some people done triggered and then got told off by Kelly Price. I love Kelly Price music. And today when she spoke about how it's mainly black women who are saying some of the meanest and nastiest things to her. And it pissed me off because she ain't lying. Y'all say some most nasty stuff, right? And she pointed out that it was black women. And then she said to say, educated, pretty. She went on to say a whole lot. And I'm sitting there looking at this because y'all got so much to say about those who you think you can judge. Talk about their clothes. Talk about their shoes. Talk about how they look, their size. Y'all got so much to say. Y'all got so much to say. Right? But your life not together. You're not happy. You're insecure. You feel ugly. You're in an abusive relationship while judging others' relationship. Your boyfriend been beating your ass for you don't know how long. You stick with him, but you want to judge me. You want to talk about Kelly Price being comfortable in her shoes and comfortable in her skin because you're not comfortable in your skin. You're living for other people. But y'all want to go messing with Kelly Price. Them piss me off this morning. Them piss me smooth off. Because leave folks alone. Like I put the video up like, oh, people be calling me ugly. A bunch of girls are like, nobody ever said you was ugly. We said you can't dress. Why are you saying anything to me? Why? Why are you saying anything to me? I didn't ask for you to tell me how to dress. I didn't ask you how to wear my hair. I didn't ask you was I fat or was I skinny. I didn't ask you shit. So why are you telling me anything? I didn't ask you if I look good. My man think I look good. But the thing is, y'all judge, everybody want to judge somebody just because they don't look like you, they don't dress like you, you don't agree with what they be talking about, what they got going on. You know what I'm saying? And then I want to say, people do, troll me or whatever the case may be. And I have found like some type of comfort in to be like, this is what miserable folks do. You know what I'm saying? But everybody haven't made it there yet. And I recognize who all the people that be doing the trolling. One, I ain't got nothing against gays, but y'all boys who want to be girls, y'all leave me the fuck alone. Y'all shouldn't be saying nothing to me. What I should be wearing, how my hair should, or if my hair should be down, or if my hair should be up. Baby, that's not your business. Worry about your hair and your makeup and your clothes. But for y'all, listen, y'all cute as hell. Do y'all? But I'm cute in my own right. So I don't need y'all coming up over here to my world trying to tell me how I should be a woman, how I should be a girl. Stay in your motherfucking lane. Because yes, I get trolled by white people, black women, the dudes who want to be girls now, and then some of these boxer people. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole load of people that talking their little shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's some of y'all sending out more than others. Y'all sending out more than others. So y'all black women, y'all sending out like a fucking sore thumb. Do better. Do better. Y'all boys that want to be girls, whatever. Y'all listen, y'all cute. You T-boo. But keep that shit over there with you. Don't be coming to my house trying to tell me how I should talk and how I should dress and how I should wear my hair up or down. And it's something I'm wearing for wintertime or springtime. Don't worry about the woman that I am. Worry about you. Doing what you gotta do. Don't come messing with me. Period. And to the girlies who got something to say on me all the time, mind your business too. This is my life. Make my own money, spend my own money, buy my own shit, pay for my own hair, clothes, makeup, whatever. I take care of it. So while y'all come up here trying to tell me, oh, I wouldn't have wore this with that, I didn't ask you, boo. When I do my little pose and I ask you, should I wear this shoe with that shoe? Or should I wear this color with that color? That's when you respond. Other than that, I think you should just keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. It's sad. Leave folks alone. It's a couple celebrities done spoke on y'all. Couple. And you know what? I want us black women to be known for something better, more than going at each other up on social media and fucking talking down on each other 24/7. 24/7. Listen, if you are somebody who doesn't talk down on black women, this is not for you. If you're a black woman who doesn't talk down on other black women, this is not for you. But y'all that's making a, I'm not even, I ain't even wait my mind.
You know what?
I ain't wake my minds up. So for y'all that's making the bad comments, y'all is the one that I'm talking about. Y'all the one that I'm talking about. Y'all the one making the oh, hold on, we got some monkey comments. We got some bananas on here. Oh, we got some we got some bad comments on here. Yeah, y'all the ones who I'm talking about. Y'all the ones who was probably commenting to Kelly Price, saying all that mean shit to her instead of minding your business. Don't worry about why she's wearing tennis shoes with capris and she's singing. Don't worry about Kelly. Don't worry about Clarissa. Don't worry about another black woman who's living in her truth and comfortable in her skin. Don't worry about you.
And that's that's the bulk of it. If it don't apply, let it fly. Listen, man. From like your perspective. Well, first, is she wrong? Do you see an issue here? Do you see a problem? Is there anything from any statement from either or that you saw that is an issue? I mean, like, it wasn't warranted for a response or reply.
I don't think so. There might have been like a few things here and there, but I thought there might have been one thing that caught my attention, but I can't really remember what it was now. But I pretty much agreed with everything she said. I think one, that we as a culture kind of feel the need to get in everyone else's business, and we kind of have this compulsion to share our opinion with everybody. And so everyone, especially with social media, like everyone feels the need to give you advice, give you commentary, tell you how you should be, how you should dress, how you look compared to somebody else. And it can...
You're muted.
Wow. My bad. I agree with pretty much everything she said. There was like one thing that stood out to me that I was a little bit like, I don't know if I agree with that, but I don't exactly remember what she said. But in general, I definitely agree with what she was saying. I think we have a culture of people that naturally don't really recognize privacy. I think it's probably a large part social media, but possibly other reasons. But yeah, we have a lot of people out there that think it's their business, feel a compulsion to give you their opinions, feel the need to critique and give you advice and unsolicited advice. Yeah, that I very much agree with her and everything she was saying.
I'm trying to get my thoughts together. Ladies and gentlemen, these people that you idolize and worship, they don't have to share nothing about their life with you. They really don't. One of the concerns I've always had with social media and being any type of influencer of any level is the level of access that a person can have to you. And I'm talking about the DM, the private messages, where a person think that they are by default your friend because they follow you, even though they don't know anything about you. But because they follow you, they feel like, oh, so I got the green light to just go and inbox them and message them. Or I can go underneath their comment section because they share pieces of their life with me. So I'm a part of their family too. No, you're not. They don't they don't know you. Most of them don't like you. You are just there to keep money flowing in their pocket.
There's a phenomenon I read about recently that basically makes people think that when somebody is nice to you, you automatically feel the urge to pay them back. And so that's one of the mechanisms behind that relationship people have, where they see a famous person, and if that famous person even acknowledges them a little bit, it automatically switches the brain on, like, oh my god, we're kin, like we're friends, we know each other. And the discrepancy is so huge because there's us, the average Joe, that, like, we're just us. And then there's celebrities who are used to seeing thousands and thousands of us every single day. And so to us, it's like a life-changing experience to meet these celebrities because it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. But these celebrities, we're a dime a dozen. And so I imagine it's very disconcerting, and it's probably why a lot of celebrities, when they finally meet people, or when people finally meet their celebrity, the celebrities are kind of like, okay, cool, bye, thanks.
That first portion is a lot to take in. Let it settle for a second. Y'all have gotten too comfortable just creating this idea that these are your people. No, your people, there's different plateaus of what is what and who is who. Like, just because I follow Sabrina Claudio don't mean I'm going to have lunch with her and go out with her and this, that, and the third. Just because I follow Stone Cold Steve Austin doesn't mean I'm going to get to main event WrestleMania. Like, what are y'all talking about? Y'all really be overdoing it, man. That's just one piece of it that triggered me. The other things that were said between both of them. This I can judge you because it's funny and it's cute and cool to bully people and to make jokes. And I know roasting, I understand when you're with your classmates and your friends and stuff like that, you can joke around, and you don't know these people. And that goes for strangers in general, not even just red carpet dwellers. You don't know these people. And we've made it acceptable to disrespect people. You think it's funny and you think it's cute, and everybody don't play like that. And everybody is not taking that the same way that you are, because we're adults. Most of us find our entertainment in volleyball and soccer and going on hikes. We don't spend 24 hours a day on the internet arguing with people and defending people that we don't know. And no, like your mindset is completely just unhinged. God, what are you really upset about? Where did she lie about the disrespect? Where did she lie about you being rude, you being obnoxious, you being ghetto, you carrying yourself super entitled and hypocritical, and still in the same breath calling yourself influencers, and you're out here motivating people and you're leaders, and but your idea of leadership is talking down to other Black people. Your idea of being a role model is being 30, 40, 50 years old in the comment section harassing folks because of their dress code and how they decide to step outside the house, as if that has any impact on you when you leave out. Y'all have individual lives. Why do you have such a problem with the way people dress? Why do you have such a problem with anybody calling you out for your bullshit? Oh, you can talk about white people, you can talk about Mexicans, you can talk about everybody in the world until somebody decides that they want to speak on you. Cancel them. You're anti-Black. You're anti-this. We don't want you here. You're out the club. Fuck your club. I don't want to be a part of your club. Your club get people shot and killed. Miss Kelly Price, she said it. And it just clicked in my head again. Social media and your apps and stuff, that is kind of like somebody knocking on your door. It is almost as if they are entering your personal space because you're taking time out of your life to come over here and leave all of this negative energy in somebody else's. You could have been going grocery shopping. You could have been picked your kids up from your baby daddy's house. You could have done anything in the world, but you decided to spend 15, 20 minutes scrolling up and down Kelly Rowland or Megan Thee Stallion or somebody's timeline, Chris Brown's. You spend half of your life worshiping people and giving your heart and soul to these people, judging people. What? So I have to be identical to you, otherwise I don't fit in. I gotta dress like you. I gotta talk like you to be Black. Caucasian people, Asian people, they can't speak on your bad behavior and your attitude. So nobody has the right to call you out for your bullshit. We're just supposed to shut the hell up. What you say is fashionable is fashionable. So if I decide to leave out with some unknown brand shoes, I ain't a part of the club no more. I can't come to the barbecue. A bunch of adults on social media still acting like kids in high school. That's all it is, man. All it is. Y'all can't stand being held accountable, especially you Black women. You do not like being told when you're wrong. You don't like being told that you're loud. You don't like being told that you're combative. You don't like being told that you are doing the most. You're egregious. You're not somebody that I can keep around me for long periods of time because you're embarrassing. You make the stereotypes what they are. I ain't never heard Kelly Price snap on nobody. I grew up on Kelly Price. You think I leave outside the house and I care about what a person wear? You think I'm tripping off of that? Y'all really be pressed about what a person has on? That determines their capacity to be a good human being. Just because I don't, y'all ass backwards, man. Like extremely ass backwards. Let me ask you a question, man. Have you ever felt or known people who have felt uncomfortable having these type of conversations when it comes to calling out the behaviors of certain people, because there's this idea that nobody is really supposed to say anything.
I've noticed that a lot of people these days have that, like, if I don't say anything, you won't say anything type of mentality, where we just kind of, even if we see things, we won't say anything because we don't want to ruffle any feathers, and causing a scene is now worse than like whatever you're gonna say is gonna accomplish. I don't know what it is, but we're just most people are so afraid of confrontation that we avoid it at all costs, even if that means like omitting things. But at the same time, we also have it seems like half the rest of the population has zero control, and they're just going to say whatever they want. So it's weird because we seem to have people that are way more combative, way more willing to say anything, way more willing to impulsively shout rude, insulting, disgusting, whatever types of things. But then we also have a large part of the population that will never step up at all, if like people need it. So it's hard to say. I don't think it's one particular thing that's affecting us. It's definitely a whole collection of issues, ranging, including our addiction to social media, our lack of going outside and doing things with people, our changing diversity of things in common, stuff like that. But I think we're also just like not socialized. People don't have very good social skills. People don't know how to read emotions off of people. I've noticed, even with my own generation, we are a lot more triggered by words in general. Like in my parents' generation, if people insulted them, they'd be like, okay, cool, bye. But a lot of people now will take it to heart, and it'll like ruin their whole month, their whole year, just because someone said something about them. So I think it's a combination of factors, like our changes in socialization habits, our own egos and self-esteem issues, our like, I guess this kind of goes under socialization, but like our exposure to people. And I think we're just kind of more angry in general. We as a society are in more contact with each other. We don't spend weeks without seeing people like you could in the past. So I think I think another part of it is like the overstimulation. We're just like so pent up and frustrated that we're so trigger happy. As soon as we have the opportunity to let loose, we lose control because a lot of people just don't practice. They don't practice feeling discomfort. They don't practice being in difficult situations. They don't imagine how they might react to different situations to kind of work through what the best choices are. I think a common misconception is like you become socially successful just by socializing with people. But just like everything else with writing, with reading, with riding a bike, you still have to practice. You still have to learn off of people. There's still like unspoken rules that you need to know. So I think we're missing a lot of those components. We're missing a lot of those lessons, those experiences. And so we're just not very adept at socializing in general. I've also noticed people take things very personally now, where even if you're joking, if it involves them at all, they still have room to be offended. Even within the line of humor. So yeah, that probably is like ego-ish related, but yeah, I think there's really a lot of different things causing this.
Jeff said lack of depth. I believe that 100% as well. When you hit a certain age, there's just things that aren't attractive anymore. There's things that's not funny. There's things that's really not in alignment with your clarity. Like when you hit a certain stride in life and you've had certain experiences, it changes the way you look at stuff. Like you would probably look at men and the dynamics of men and women one way when you're from the age of 12 to 20. Once you hit 20 to 25, you begin to actually start to really drive in there that I need to slow down a little bit. Life has taken a large toll on my body and on my mind. Like your interactions with people, when you would go out and egg people's houses, you don't find that funny anymore. There's nothing cute about damaging someone's property because now you got responsibilities, you got bills, you out here spending X amount of dollars to keep your stuff up. So it's not funny no more when someone is damaging stuff. And for whatever reason, some people, when they get older, they never get rid of them horrible habits. Some of y'all will be 60 years old acting like you back in the 90s. Like you can still take a hit of or a bump of coke and still function properly on the workplace. Some of y'all still think y'all Mac Daddies and y'all can go out here and mess around with a whole bunch of people. This is a different era. The consequences are extremely different. I mean, for heaven's sake, I just talked about the man who beheaded a manager at a hotel in front of his kids. People are not wired right. At 30, 25 plus years old, the last thing that we really should be doing is on the internet arguing with people, joning and roasting people, clowning people about what they wear. You still like, come on, man. I'm trying to wrap my mind around you being an adult, knowing that you want people to mind their business. You don't want nobody in your personal space, but y'all got full access to everybody on the internet, and you can go and violate them as you please.
I find it ironic how women put all their effort into going out. Like they can spend 3-4 hours just getting ready to go out, but then as soon as somebody like comments, "Get out of my business, leave me alone," like, well, if you don't want people to comment on you, why are you like making sure that your outfit is as noticeable as possible?
Thank you. You wanted the attention. Otherwise, you wouldn't have the specific poses. There's always a specific pose that you take that's designed and meant for the eye to visibly see everything that you want to highlight.
And even me, as non-girly as I am, I still put on outfits with the sliver of hope that somebody will be like, "Oh my God, I love those pants. I love that necklace. I love that shirt," or something. Like, we all do it, whether we recognize it or not. The things we put on because we love it, but we also are secretly hoping someone else will identify with it, point it out, and will connect with someone over it. So it's a lie if anyone is like, "Oh, I don't wear it for the attention. No, you do. You just don't realize that you do." Sensational. If people really did not care about how they dressed, we'd all be wearing like the monk garments or something, like beige. You wouldn't mind just wearing sweatpants and a baggy t-shirt, but we care. We all care. We just don't like to admit it.
Most people are slaves to themselves. You're slaves to fashion. You're slaves to the trends. You're slave to the opinions of everybody else, but you ain't going to say it. You're defined by if someone says you're cool. Your identity is directly incongruent with the acceptance of a social media platform or a famous person who's on the red carpet or has their name on a star in Hollywood. Like, if they give you the seal of approval, you feel like you are one of them. The second somebody says, "Oh, hey, this is Chuck Norris. I approve this message. This is my buddy." You ain't never made a movie in your life. You ain't never been on nothing. But now you think because he responded to one of your messages, that gives you the right to stick your nose up at somebody. I don't think a lot of people are happy. I don't believe happy people have time to attack and pour in negativity towards others. I like to laugh. I like to joke around and stuff like that. But I'll watch little goofy videos and stuff like that. Even if I ain't having the greatest day, I don't have the time nor the energy to go to somebody and specifically put under a comment something mean and nasty based on what you got on or none. I'm not doing that. That's crazy. You got to be miserable or bored or unhappy. You're waiting for everybody to jump on board and, hey, look at me. I said something funny. Laugh with me. These are adults, though. These are adults, bro. Never. It's corny. And the fact that you have a problem with Kelly Price or what Clarissa Shields said is crazy to me. You do. I've seen the comments. I am always scrolling. I see what y'all be saying about Clarissa Shields. I hate on her relationship. Some of y'all think she ugly. Some of y'all think she's masculine. Some of y'all think a lot of shit. A lot of y'all got a lot of opinions about a lot of stuff. But you don't want nobody to have opinions about you. That's when you become an adult. As soon as somebody is arguing with you or they're critiquing you, because that's what happens when you start talking under other people's stuff, they'll come directly over to your profile. Oh, you want to talk about how they look? Well, let me go take a look at your profile picture. Oh, you don't look that great yourself, buddy. Now you're arguing with. Nah, not doing it. Don't got time for it. I don't know how anyone has time for it. I don't know how. What do you want? I've said that before too. What do you want? You want us all to just shut the hell up? We ain't supposed to say nothing, Sid. Fuck science, fuck the earth. Just blow it up. Don't stop. Just pollute. Just trash everything. Just go ahead and bully everybody in the world. Go ahead and harass everybody in the world. Y'all don't care. Y'all got children out here that don't know when to get the fuck in the house. They supposed to be in the house before the lights come on the streets. Y'all don't even have your kids in the house. You don't know where they at. They out here having sex in your bed and all type of shit. You can't even control your children. But you got the nerve to talk about what somebody else got on. So what if they ain't spend $200, $300 on that shit? So what? All I care about is character. How you treat me, how you treat people, how you respect yourself. Do you have a personality? Y'all keep on looking at the wrong stuff. That's one of the problems that a lot of people have with us and just humans in general. Y'all are so superficial and judgmental. Like, come on. Make it make sense.
And we never give ourselves the chance to even remove ourselves from that environment. We're basically steeped in it 24/7 because unlike in the past, you couldn't just go inside your house and leave everyone behind. Like you could leave it at work, leave it at school, whatever. But now on social media, we're on it all the time. And even when people are upset with it, they're still online. And like people will have their mental health decline and they continue to use it because it's such a strong addiction for some people. I think that it's heavily linked with a lot of these problems that we're having because one, it keeps people pulled into these situations, but also by constantly having these things in your face, constantly having social media, the internet, your phones, texting, whatever, it doesn't give us an opportunity to reflect on anything, to think, to ponder. And that is something that we don't experience generational as a culture now. Boredom is not a thing, and people underestimate how important boredom and empty space, empty mental space is. We need to have that time. This is why meditation is so important. We need to have that time to allow our body to process, or our brains to process all the stuff that's in our mind. Just like a garbage disposal, you can't throw your entire meal from that night in the garbage disposal and it all go down at once. Like, you have to put it in and let it go through. And like, you have to do the same thing with your brain. You have to let it process and let things go, and process and let things go. If you keep adding more and more and more to your brain, it causes dysfunction. It causes mental illness. It causes overload. This is they're starting to believe that depression is that. It's you have become so overloaded that your body is making it is forcing you to go down through depression. That's why you don't want to do anything, because your body's basically like, all right, look, you whatever you've been doing, it's been too much. You need to stop. You need to chill out. And they think that's possibly behind a mechanism behind depression. But overall, we are majorly overstimulated between all the stuff in our house, all the stuff that we have to remember for our work, for our house, for our kids, for us, for everything. Our brains don't have that much of an opportunity to file through all of the stuff that we accumulate in our heads. And that has its repercussions. It can cause neurotic behavior. It can cause addiction behaviors, which can include shopping, can include substance abuse, can include alcohol, can include social media and social addictions as well. A lot of different things. But we, as I said, we don't give ourselves the chance to process everything happening around us. And in the past, people didn't really have much to do. A lot of your time you spend looking out onto the horizon, or you'd be reading a book or knitting, or like tending a fire, or cooking or whatever with no music. And so our brains could naturally do that. But now we don't give it a chance, because we have music going, we have the TV going, we have a podcast you're listening to, like your friend, you're talking on the phone with your friends, you're always going out, you're going to clubs. Like, our brain needs that. And I think that could also explain a lot of the terrible behaviors, habits, and mannerisms that we see today in people, even kids.
The next clip that I'm going to play is kind of to complement what you just so eloquently spoken, which brings us into the second portion of the segment. I don't know who he is. I'm now becoming familiar with this gentleman. You know, there's a number of different platforms on social media. These people are doing fairly good, obviously. He made headlines in a lot of conversations. Ginger J. This gentleman was on a show, and he pretty much articulated what Kelly Price said, but he was a lot more aggressive, and he's a guy. But the difference was he's having an exchange with Black women, and it was so like viral to the point to where the gentleman that you see on the screen is someone that Ginger J was working with, but they cut him from the show. This is his response and reason for cutting him from the show.
So there's so much going on. I shouldn't have to explain why it's important. But if it don't fall into your wheelhouse, it's literally because you don't care. You don't understand.
No, of course not.
Do you understand the
No,
reason for the outrage?
I'm not saying what he said wasn't bad at all. Of course, it was bad.
And neither am I.
I'm saying you don't really understand the reason for the outrage because you're saying stuff like, "Oh, I get it." It's like, "Oh, you can't have a preference," or "Don't talk about black women's hair," and it's kind of like trivializing, like actually like what happens. I don't know whether you really do understand it or not. So for someone like me watching it, yeah, for me being his employer, yeah, and someone that's associated with him, yeah, I'm looking at that and it's totally different things that I'm looking at. It's not a case of just because he's got a preference or because he mentions black women's hair. There's lots of stuff that you need to unpack in that video. There's lots of questions that he made. I left with more questions than answers. Do you know what I'm saying? He said his preference. He said, "This is why I don't like black girl." He said, "Why?" Then he said, "Because you can't put you in your place. You can't think of man, I can't put you in your place." So then now that makes me start saying, well, so you enjoy putting women in their place. So what's going on? What are you doing in your spare time? Oh, so you only like gal that you can bad up. You don't want these black girls because you can't bad them up. That is crazy to even say out your mouth.
Yes.
So again, so I'm looking at that. I'm saying that's mad to me. Yeah.
You know,
1 second. Let me keep going. 1 second. Wait.
Opportunity to talk.
Yeah. So I'm saying this is wild. Again, it comes to protecting women. It's not about black women. It's any woman. Yep. You know what I'm trying to say? Because you're more only comfortable where you can bad them up. This is dangerous territory we're going here. Again, I don't want to be associated with that. You know what I'm trying to say? Fine. Then the woman triggered you, the girl triggered you, and then you lent into it. Yeah. So at the point when you was angry, where you stood up, you're showing aggression, and you're a man at the end of the day, and you attack this woman personally. You would all that vim that you had, you put it to her, and it wasn't the whole group, and you wasn't just generalizing. You was on this gal, and when you're telling her with all that aggression to take off your wig and take off your lashes and be diminishing and degrading to her and all that, you're saying all these stuff in a degrading manner. None of that stuff's cool to deal with women like that. Again, forget even black women, but it's women in general. You shouldn't even be dealing with women like that. But then you're using her like stuff that are culturally part of what we do in her blackness to offend her, telling her take her lashes off, take your wig off, take your makeup off, and I'm gonna bring in my natural 10 out of 10 Indian gal hair. All this stuff is crazy. Bro. That is crazy to watch. I don't want to be associated with that. You know what I'm trying to say? So you man asking what the big deal is, it's because you don't care, because you don't feel that way. Again, you're not having conversations. You don't have a presence of black women in your life to be having the right conversation with people. Because anywhere I go is what I'm going to be doing. I've got a duty of care to support black women, from my mum, my sister, my cousins, my aunties. I've got staff that are...
This is the aftermath. All right. You know, a lot of these conversations in these spaces, like they happen virtually and they happen in person. They'll start out pretty normal, and then at some portion of the show, guess what happens? Someone gets sensitive, or someone decides that they want to begin to patronize and throw little shots in between their conversations. People start cutting each other off. It starts getting intense, and then the next thing you know, it gets heated. That's usually how a lot of those panels go. To really give this its just due, I have to find the clip of my man's doing this thing. Because I don't think you're gonna truly appreciate or get the full context of what he was saying. Because to me, I've seen it. I kind of have a different opinion about it. But if there's something that you want to add, you can. Let me see real quick if I can find it.
I do have a poem I think would fit, as usual.
Well, go. You know what? You can read your poem. I'm gonna look for this clip.
Okay, cool. And this one's a little longer, so that'll be perfect, I think. So I wrote this one about the dark side of the internet. It's called Internet. I think I might have read this before, but I'll go for it again. Like a haunted house, it beckons, opening curtains when you go, enticing with its antique fixtures wrapped in modern bows, waiting eagerly every day for you to sit and stay, urging with ethereal displays and begging you to play, pulling with the kind of gravity few can always resist. Even brains convince assuredly, just give in, just once. Just damn your soul to the Lord of the Clicks. It summons you. Come closer. The blue light straight from hell. Stop doing that. Like a vortex, it consumes you, pulling you through. Everest, go. Go to the room. Like a vortex, it consumes you, pulling you through its realm. Anything you'd ever want is at your fingertips. Buy your youth, flaunt your wealth. Invest in me, sell with us. Purchase skills, cure your rust. Get yourself next year's ABXO Supreme. You can almost find anything. You can have it all, you see. Find your wife, upgrade your life. Stuff is a flow, and money a stream. Use plastic that they press to feed you. Buy up all your dreams. When you soak in this vile trench, there is no end to what it can quench. The forever options, full of lies, playing tricks upon your eyes. No more is time, no more is night. Our trigger fingers, fighting only wheels and our sight. Though gloaming promotes roaming, the moment is always right to conjure all the demons of spite and respite, dwelling on your past shells and shames, and looking up their names, enticing ugly words from you, the ones you'd never say, sitting there with four-sided knives for bleeding out your lies, smearing sure slurs through closed lips, though later they're not but slips. Voluntarily serving our days to its endless churning goo, graciously consuming these priceless moments in exchange for you. If you invite the gremlins in to satiate each whim and taste, quickly do the lessons come to repudiate your craze. We think it's our mind unfurled, acting like a stimulant, an education in its own new world. Then we wide-eyed drain our stakes and finally find the putrid snakes, too late. If money cannot purchase time, how did it buy yours? For though we have shared ourselves far and wide and deep, living in perpetual parties will only cause decline. We sit staring numbly at the lights between the tines, facing mirrors as we dine, as we're desperate for their shine. The more we attempt to capture life within a stable frame, we see the worthlessness of the eternal glow of fame. It's nothing more than a cruel illusion. You'll still feel all alone, it's true, as millions may see your face, but no one knows it's you.
Shout outs. Beautiful pieces. Thank you for sharing those. Appreciate that very much. Always a pleasure. We have to have poetry on these segments. Like it's a must.
Especially on Friday. But also with the heavy topics, they're great for lightening everything.
Yeah. One day it's going to get back. But I have the clip for y'all. I don't know necessarily how much of this is associated with the conversation, but this should give you an idea of what the other gentleman was speaking on. This is Ginger J.
Hate black women now.
Do you see why I said that?
What do you mean?
Do you see why I said that?
Why wasn't it just response instead of reaction?
That's how women are. We like to snap and...
Not all women, but black women love to snap.
Thank you very much.
Majority of black women love to snap, innit?
White women do it too.
Majority of black women love to snap, and white women love to follow black women. All right, I feel like you hate black women now.
Do you see why I said that?
What do you mean?
Do you see why I said that?
Why wasn't it just response instead of reaction?
That's how women are. We like to snap and...
Not all women, but black women love to snap.
Thank you very much.
Majority of black women love to snap, innit?
White women do it too.
Majority of black women love to snap, and white women love to follow black women.
Oh, that was the whole clip. That's not even the part that I wanted y'all to see, but this one kind of just gives you a little bit of context as to how the conversations were going in that room at the time. And you heard the brother before said, look, he was doing too much. He was being way too extreme and aggressive.
He's not wrong though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is all right. This is what I'm gonna say about it. If you're gonna have guests, if you're gonna have anybody on your platform to have any type of conversations that's going to be controversial, do research on who you bring on. You can't have every single individual who slides in your DM and volunteers to show up. You can't fly everybody out. I'll say it that way. I'm not a fan of shows like this where it always ends up more about the drama than it does the actual conversation. You see him crashing out and being extra animated. I see him showing displays of things that I am accustomed to seeing all my life. There are things that he did that was over the top. But see, now we don't even care about the conversation anymore, because all we're worried about is, oh, he got up and oh, he stood up. All right, he stood up. They get in her face. Did he punch her in the mouth? Did he spit on her? No, he got up. Just don't bring people up there that everybody just can't do this shit. Some people are just better in the comment section. Women like that should be in the comment section. Dudes like him should be in the comment section because he's too emotional.
Can I help you? Sorry. I definitely think that I don't know, people really need to figure out how to handle themselves when they're just feeling emotions in general, because I think the biggest symptom of this lack of what do you call it, wherewithal, is that once they feel the emotion, they it's like they feel like everyone else has to understand how strongly they're feeling that emotion. Like the things that they're doing are for the purpose of making sure everybody understands just how upset they are. And that's, to me, that's a very strong indicator of the level of selfishness that the society is reaching. Because if you are showing emotions purely to get everyone else to react to your emotions in the way that you want them to, that is manipulation. And even if you are feeling emotions, if you are putting your emotions out there in a moderated way in the hopes that it'll benefit you, that is manipulation. And I think a lot of people are using manipulation subtly without even realizing that that is what they're doing. There's a lot of people that portray abusive behavior on social media and on the internet and excuse it because, well, it's just the internet, so it doesn't matter. It's just writing, like, who cares? But the thing is it's the same as like, oh, sticks and stones may hurt my bones, but words will never hurt me. Like, yeah, words don't hurt people physically, but they can do lasting damage. Words are some of the most painful things people can experience in their lives. Like, there's a reason why childhood bullying results in suicide frequently. We are very emotionally receptive to criticism, and we really need to keep that in mind when we are making comments, when we're interacting with each other, because no matter what you might think your comment means, you don't know how it's going to be interpreted on the back end. And there are definitely people who are more sensitive and might hurt themselves as a result of what they see. Obviously, that's an extreme example, but it is one of many reasons why we really need to pay attention to our attitude and our words when we are online. And in general, we need to just respect each other more. It doesn't matter, like, male, female, transgender, LGBT, whatever. We need to start respecting each other, because as I said, I think it was like either last Wednesday's show or yesterday, the wealthy, the corporations, the government, they are not here to protect us. They are not here to support us. They are here to take advantage of us. And we cannot turn against each other. We have to start working together, reconnect with our fellow citizens, because we are all we have. The people around us are the ones who will be willing to stand up for us and protect us and have the same goals in mind. We put so much energy into rich people and celebrities, thinking that all these people care about us and want our best interests, and oh, well, they donated, so they care about children, or like, oh, well, they went and visited this one place, they care about us. They don't. They get money, they get fame just for showing up and doing those things. They get more views if they say nice things or help out at disaster affected locations and stuff. They're still acting selfishly, even if they seem like they want to be your friend. They don't want to be your friend. They don't know who you are, and chances are you're not going to befriend any celebrities. They don't want to be friends with us. They have their own friends. They have their family. And we have to keep that in mind. We have to stop putting our worth into how we look and what clothes we have and what furniture we put in our house and what makeup brand we're able to afford. Like, we should not be spending $700 a month just to put crap on our face that we have to wash off by the end of the day. We have to impress people that don't care about us. Like I found this one out recently. We as individuals think that everyone's looking at us. Most people have that. I forgot what it's like. I don't know if it's a syndrome, but like we basically assume that everyone is going to be looking at us and will see things. Like that it's the same thing, same reason why like if we're missing a button, we're like hyper conscious because we're like, oh my God, everyone can see that I'm missing a button. They don't. People generally don't notice you. They don't notice what you're wearing. They don't care about your hair. They don't care about your face. Most people only care about themselves. They're only noticing their own outfit, their own hair. And unless you're wearing something completely striking, most people are not going to care about what you have on your body. So we really need to stop draining our bank accounts and putting all of our emotional energy into buying shit that doesn't help us.
Grow up, man. Got too old for this. To be like missing persons, stuff like that, I can see adults being in stuff like that. Being underneath Cardi B's post, arguing and defending. Stop. Just stop. We gotta do better. And you shouldn't feel offended if you are not a part of the problem. If this ain't context, you hear the word get thrown around and igor this, igor that. You hear it, you see it, you know it's still around. Does it apply to you? Are you that person? No. If you're not that person, why does it bother you so much? Kelly Price didn't say anything wrong. Because if I go on here right now and I start scrolling in this comment section, I know I'm going to see a bunch of ignorant people doing exactly what she was talking about.
I found one more poem that would be applicable if you want me to. It's a shorter one.
I'm gonna let you close out. I'm gonna give a shout out real quick. Chef, everybody that's in the building, appreciate y'all hanging out with us tonight. Lord willing, I'll be here tomorrow, late night tip, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern. And then we about to get out of here. I'm gonna let her close the show out. Appreciate all the love and support. The floor is yours.
All right. So this one is called Human Sacrifices, and I wrote this one about social media and the issue of privacy. Day by day, we leave our remains, scattered hapless, cross-tattered landscapes of digital billboards and lists of our lives. With every door, we enter and willingly smile. We submit more of ourselves to faceless potentates with no thoughts for the private. Trusting them blindly, with two-faced denying, they trade us for money while secretly dealing our informational honey. With profiles like criminals, we post all our meat and donate free peace, yet somehow get shocked when our identities leak. Cautious we should be of all reckless childs. Take back your custody, demand your own trial. Revoke all your data that they've claimed for themselves, for your life is yours and not a doll for their shelf.
Yo, I like my good times drink. I've been looking for that shit for a while. I finally found it. I'm gonna be using the hell out of that one for a minute. So still getting familiar with some of my keys. Thank you for the poem, as per usual. Hey, look, I'm on a job. I got a couple of people that's showing interest in a future event because I'm trying to throw a special event for the weekend coming up.
I have a classmate that one classmate, Linda, she wants to come back as well.
Let her know. I'm aiming for Saturday, 8 o'clock. Saturday, 8 o'clock. Yeah. I took the day off. I haven't been recording because I already had all my stuff preset. So tomorrow and Sunday, I'm going to be doing nothing but advertising and promoting. I'm gonna do some recording. I'm gonna talk to a couple these people that's showing me that they're interested, and we're gonna make it do what it do. Chef, I'm gonna talk to you after. To the rest of y'all, if you know anybody, singer, rapper, musician that might be interested, hit me up. Let's link. Let's make something happen because next Saturday is going down. I'm trying to have one of those shows where we just show up, show out, and enjoy each other's company. You dig? It ain't gonna be no topics or nothing like that. It's just gonna be a straight show for people to just do them. You dig? So we about to get up out of here though. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. Do me a solid before y'all go.
Push the goddamn button.
Peace.